approaching the entrance point to Bob's Rock. Obviously, we are not alone. This is the first ascent.
Ascent.
That's what I said.
Oh, did you say descent?
A sheer rise of 20 feet up to where I'm told there's a soda machine right around that corner. On the way up, Dave, I'm told that the guide has said that we're to look out for little piles of man-made rocks to help show us the way.
Little man-made piles of rocks.
Lots of sheer rock faces to climb. The rock formations are pretty cool, Dave. We gotta climb that.
And there's blueberries along the way to eat.
Laura's going for her first hydration. The wildlife is amazingly similar to what we have at home. And it just keeps getting rockier and steeper. I made it, I made it, I made it! Made it! I made it!
We're not at the top yet.
We're not even at the top yet, and all along the way there are spectacular views along the bay, including Baldy. Just a little indication of the way down. At one point you have another great view at the top of a small rock face, and you realize there's a small grove of trees that you go through, like so. And when you turn to your left, you realize you're at the face of a huge gorge. Just past the gorge, there's this narrow little channel that you have to go up through.
Okay, Dave, so we're at the skate park and it kind of looks like this is like the magnificent top, and it is really, really cool. See how all the rocks are just carved like, you know, skateboarding ramps? But there's more. It is like the rocks are just carved. And then you have these like awesome little bonsai trees. I mean, that tree's probably really, really old, but it grows up here in this really harsh place. And it's just a little gnarly bonsai. And then there's like these weird animals that, like lizards, little dragons. This is the dragon's lair.
Here's a piece of rock that Laura calls Bigfoot. We're getting close now. There's this little part where you go down. Ooh. And around, and then you're almost there. There's a neat little bear den. As you climb this thing, you realize there's a whole lot of, you're out in the open, then you're in the woods, then you're out in the open again, and then you're back in the woods.
Okay, it's a bog right there. On top of this mountain, low spot, holds water. I think that's sweet and gale, but it's a plant that only grows with its feet wet.
And on the other side?
Just fern gully. All the bracken ferns down there. There's a bunch of them.
All right, Laura, here we are at the end.
No, it's not the end.
What?
No, there's more.
What? Where?
Over there, I think.
That way?
Yeah, I think we gotta go that way. Because then we can see views of all three bays.
Okay, where are we now?
Okay, we're past the end, and we're going to the real good spot. But you have to go all the way down into this gulch, and all the way back up the other side to get the view. Now see, if you keep going that way, you can walk all the way out Fraser Bay to the other side. Okay, be prepared, because this is the best view in the bay. So here we are, this is the top. It's one of the best views in the bay. If you look way over there, you can just see the water tower at Birch Island. Okay, and then if you come over this way, straight ahead out there, that's McGregor Bay Point. Then you go around McGregor Bay Point, and this is Bay Fin. It comes all the way back in here. Okay? It's Bay Fin. And then you can see around Bay Fin, and if you go out that way and head down, you go to Killarney. And if you stop right about there, you can see the mine. You pass that on your way to Killarney. And then that is Georgian Bay out there. Like the big Georgian Bay. And you can see a couple islands out there.